This week in the world of news from books, beards, and brews. All right. As always, I am Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the Ask the Podcast, Derek.
I'm Tanya, who needs a better title.
You're creative consultant, Tanya.
Didn't we give you a new title?
It's
We
so
just haven't.
clunky.
The episode just hasn't come out yet.
No, it's all so clunky.
All episodes are.
Social
No,
media.
the Jade City
bestest
episode's not.
person.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's also clunky. Because yours is like, Tales by Bob. Ask the Podcast, Tanya. Or Derek. Yikes. I don't know.
Whoa.
I just feel so, it's just so clunky. Creative consultant Tanya.
Wow.
Well,
Can I just be Tanya?
as a
No.
namer, I will give you a name, but give me a minute.
Over time. All right,
Think
so
about
this
it.
is our weekly news episode. Due to the magic of time travel,
Which Bob hates.
which I do fucking hate, Derek is actually on a cruise ship.
What days does this come out?
Sunday. This is Sunday.
It's Game of Thrones
Oh
finale
my
day.
God!
Yeah, you're
The
Derek,
day that
right-
I'm not watching
yeah,
it.
Derek,
Yeah.
right
Today's
now,
May 19.
You're not watching the. You're not going to get to watch the.
In my
finale.
defense, I haven't liked the season, so. But I will probably be in. I forget the name.
It's not really time travel. This is more like dimensional sharing. Because you're actually up in Alaska, but you're also here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're doing an Alaskan cruise, not a warm weather cruise.
You're in two places.
Yeah,
which
but
is
it's gonna
kind
be
of
warm.
but you know I like. Well, it's going to be highs of 50, lows of 30s.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of fits.
That is choice weather right
that's,
there.
Yeah,
No,
that's kind of my deal.
Too cold.
Yeah.
That's hoodie weather all the time. Fuck
I-
Oh my-
yes. Loud,
Fuck yeah.
loud high five.
Yeah,
no.
and I got
Hoodie weather?
got two hoodies packed.
Fuck,
Oh,
I love
bitch,
a
I'm
hoodie.
so ready.
Derek, I just bought a hoodie from work.
Oh,
It's a
really?
Nike hoodie. It was on clearance. I got it for $6.
So I'm a big fatty, but I've got to find a new hoodie because I love hoodies. And
We
I'm
have
gonna look for new
big and
ones.
tall ones, and they're extra tall. I got an extra large tall, so it's going to be like long down
my
to my
God.
thighs. It's
You're
going to be
talking my
so
language.
good. I love
Tanya,
a hoodie.
we need
Oh
to
my
have this
God.
conversation at a later date. But right now,
And I got it
Bob.
on clearance. It's like
on
$6.
clearance? How much?
Yeah,
$6.
$6.
God
For a
damn.
Nike hoodie.
That's
I
what's up.
love a good deal.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So,
I'm all about it.
So yeah, Derek, off in Alaska as we speak. Probably
Alaska
riding a-
land.
Will you
probably
bring me
riding-
back? Will you bring me back a souvenir that's not alcohol?
If whoa, you're getting real specific.
Because I'm probably not going to like it.
Well, there's not going to be a duty-free store.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
it's-
no,
he's
he's going to
going
be
to
he's going to be on the boat
Landing
for
places.
he's going to be on the boat for a week. He's got to take
But
a
you're
duty. At
going-
some
I'm going to
point.
Canada.
I wonder if they do a duty-free
I made a
store.
poop
I know
joke.
if you're doing if you're doing like stops in the Caribbean, they do.
We're doing
duty-free.
stops in Canada.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I know if you're doing like Caribbean and like
Mm-hmm.
Central American stops, they have duty-free shops. I don't know if they have that.
I
in
forget
Canada.
all the things. I will try and purchase small gifts.
If I don't
Yes.
get a
But-
picture of you riding a moose, I'm going to be.
Oh,
let
that's
down.
not. My fast is not getting on a moose. Moose
Moose
are
is-
fucking
I know
terrifying,
the moose
Bob.
will probably kill you. but
Yeah. Oh, so this just in. Bob wants to get the Derek dead. He
Well-
wants to
well,
kill the Derek.
In my defense,
I did not kill you. Chris killed you.
my character died in D&D.
I'm gonna
and
bring-
I'm
literally-
salty about that. I'm not salty. I'm actually very okay with the death.
I'm gonna bring you back to
I just
life.
miss that character. Yeah, he's going to bring my character back to life as a zombie.
Bet.
Like
Yeah.
I
running
love
around.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I won't get to play it. It'll be his to play then.
It'd be
Anyway,
hilarious to me, though.
okay. So
You're going to be playing with Bob. Gross.
luckily,
You'd know.
because we think ahead. Oh, savage. Because we think
my
ahead.
business
we
everywhere.
are recording this news episode
Like
in the past.
Gross.
And so I hate y'all. I hate y'all. All right, so this first headline is I hate to burst your buble.
Michael Buble?
Is there any
Michael
other?
Buble says
Oh, okay.
giving up cigarettes and alcohol almost destroyed his career.
Huh.
So he's 43, which is older than I thought.
Oh.
But he decided to cut out his vices after he first became a father in 2013.
Yeah.
But apparently that caused him to have a vocal hemorrhage.
What?
Yeah, he told the Times, I stopped everything. No more booze and no more smoking and started going to the gym. 6 or 7 months later, I was in the studio singing and I could tell something was not right. I went to the doctor and it turned out I had a vocal hemorrhage. So the doctors told him that his change of lifestyle could be responsible and they urged him to get surgery.
Okay. So on one hand, sure, that's plausible. But on the other hand, dude, you stopped smoking and you're gonna like, oh, my throat's fucked up, I'm gonna have to start smoking again. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think that's what he said. I think he got the surgery and
It still doesn't do
it.
it.
Still doesn't do those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I thought he was just gonna do like some pussy
No.
ass excuse to continue to smoke.
No,
He'd be
no,
like,
no.
well, I do it for my throat.
Well, but that is
want the
kind
cancer.
of no, that is kind of a thing. I know, like, I don't know the details, but I do know that there are some singers that they smoke a cigarette before
going on.
going on because it does
It
stuff.
provides the smoky, raspy aspect of their voice.
Well, so does colic when you're a child.
Well, you know what?
But
You'd know.
I don't pay to see colicky children. In fact, I would pay to not see colicky
No, but
children.
there are people who have like that raspy voice, and it's because they have had colic as a kid. They don't smoke.
Yes.
Smoking's stupid.
You're
It is.
stupid.
I think
Sometimes.
you came at this as this was a very pro cigarette thing, and that's not at all what this is. Like,
Okay.
I think you got your dander up
Yeah.
on something.
Raise of hands.
Okay.
Which co-host of us smokes?
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you're getting
So-
real aggressive.
Okay,
Over
okay,
for
okay,
I think
okay.
for
Calm
no
down,
reason.
killer.
Yeah.
Calm down.
We actually talked about cigarette smoking yesterday, and
We-
it was
like-
kind of like, it's so weird to see someone actually smoking a cigarette nowadays.
Well, she said that. I don't think it's that weird because I have a lot of friends who smoke.
Well-
But I think it's weird to think about people today who start smoking, like who've never smoked before, knowing what you know. I think it's strange to me that like there are people. There's probably someone as we're recording this that just started smoking for the first time.
It's not really weird. I mean,
It's
have you
super
smoked?
weird.
No.
That's why. If you smoked, you know why. Just like it's real weird that people drink poison until you've done it, and you're like, oh no, I get that. Okay,
Yeah.
fair. It's,
But
it's a drug. Like
you
I
can-
smoke
you
a
can
couple of
change,
times a
but
year, but I mean I don't
Yeah.
smoke.
But here's the thing, like it's expensive.
Oh no, it's a
very-
terrible
and-
idea to do
Yeah,
regularly.
it's just an actively bad idea. Like the thing about drinking is like you can drink a little bit and it not be an actively terrible idea that's super expensive
I think
compared
you
to
probably
cigarettes.
do the same thing with the cigarettes.
I don't know. To me,
Anyway.
it just seems weird.
Face
It's
is
not weird to see someone smoking because lots of people smoke. It just seems weird to me that people in this age starting.
No,
to
what's
smoke.
weird to me is like seeing just a person in a parking lot with a cigarette. It's like that's so odd. Like it's one thing at a
really
bar.
not.
At a bar, I expect to see people
We're not even.
smoking
You
at a
can't
bar.
even smoke in
You can't
bars.
smoke in
Outside of a bar.
restaurants. Well, what restaurant have you been in that allows smoking?
No, none.
No one said
anymore.
anything about restaurants.
You said it was weird that we were in a
Parking lot.
outside of a restaurant. They can't smoke in the restaurant. Everyone who smokes, not everyone, but a lot of people would.
Whatever.
Smokers when they
Keep
eat,
going.
they smoke.
What's
right after.
next on the news? Change this channel.
All right. So this headline is Hail Mary.
Okay.
Vaughan Yates will welcome customers to his booze-free watering hole in Dublin
Huh?
for the first time this weekend.
Huh?
Oh,
You
yes.
say booze free?
Booze free.
What are we
In
doing here,
Dublin?
Bob?
Beers, wines, and cocktails with 0% alcohol will be on offer at the Virgin
Out.
Mary Bar.
Oh my
Out.
God, that's a great name. But also, why?
Out.
So there's a reason for it. But so anyway, so this guy, he's 51. He's from Britain's brewing capital of Burton-on-Trent, which I was unaware of that. I just like names like that. Burton-on-Trent.
Like Stratford upon Avon.
Yeah, I like names like that. But so
Bologna on rye.
he said yesterday.
I'm hungry.
I don't know where you're coming from on this
I'm
podcast.
hungry.
She's done. She's
like we're
done.
done with you. We're done with you. Like
I'm so hungry.
How the fuck are you so hungry all of a
she
sudden?
literally ate maybe 20 minutes before leaving my house.
But that was a whole hour to
That
get
was
here.
3 hours ago,
It
Tanya.
was 3 hours. That's
Tanya,
what I'm saying,
3
Derek. It was
fucking
3
She
hours.
ate an apple the size
wait.
of a soccer
I am-
ball, and then 2 burritos
Stop.
and a
Tanya,
Snickers.
I am a
on.
grown ass fat man,
Hold
and
on.
I don't get
Can
as
I
hungry.
defend-
Like,
can I- can
no,
I
you
defend
can't.
myself, please?
No, you can't.
So far, you've defended yourself on the weirdest things. Like, I don't think you want to
Like
defend
being
yourself
eaten
anymore.
by
I think
cats.
you're done. I think you're done.
I didn't eat dinner last night because I didn't feel good. So,
But you made up for it for breakfast.
and with an apple and 2 breakfast burritos, Jesus fucking
And
Christ.
Snickers. And the apple was seriously like half the size of a soccer ball.
It cost me $2.25. It was a 1 pound apple. The best apple I've
You have
had
a pound
in a
of
long
apple,
time.
2 burritos, and a Snickers in your stomach.
You say the Snickers
3
as if
hours
it's
ago.
that's the thing that's too much. And a Snickers.
Tanya,
It's 'cause he
if
wants
you're
a fucking
hungry,
Snickers.
Why wait?
I would eat another Snickers if it was here. Fuck, I'm hungry. Maybe I should stop talking so we can get through this and so I can go have food.
Maybe.
What?
All
Why
right.
don't- oh my
so
God.
here's a quote from him. He says, "When I mention this concept to friends, the first thing they do is laugh and ask why I do this one in like the bar capital of Europe."
Right.
He said, "Despite the nation's drinking reputation and love of Guinness, about a quarter of Irish adults do not drink alcohol."
Okay.
Which I wonder what the U.S. percentage is. Like, what's the percentage of Americans?
We have a lot of Puritans and like teetotalers and shit here.
Yeah, I'm just curious. You know, like, is 75% of adults drinking? Is that
But then,
unusually high, unusually low? Like, where? I'd just be curious to know where that rates.
here you would have to consider, like, is this an anonymous quiet poll? Because, like, my grandparents would be, oh, no, we don't drink in public. But Gramps had a bar when he died. But if they were out in public, they would, like, slide their drink under the table if they saw someone from church.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of that.
Okay, let's
All right,
be fair.
well, so-
That's the way it is with all surveys. Surveys are a
Yeah.
terrible way to make statistics.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So here's what they say: the Virgin Mary Bar will keep normal pub hours, which is open until 11, which kind of surprised me. American bars are typically open
2.
later than that.
Yeah.
But the bar manager, Anna Walsh, has created a range of boozeless cocktails, including a signature Virgin Mary. And Vaughan said, by 10 o'clock in an average bar, it's very loud. Here, you can still be having a conversation at 10 o'clock and still be making sense. And the co-owner added, if a Dubliner wants to catch up with mates but doesn't want to hang out in a pub, the only options available to them are multinational cafes that largely lack any atmosphere. So they
get
think
that.
they're going to do well. I think they're going to do well. I wouldn't be popping in here because I'd be in Dublin. I'm going to go hit real pubs. But if I lived there and I didn't drink, I'd probably check this
While
myself.
you're doing your 100 days, you could just, like, scooch in there.
I wouldn't go to Ireland during my 100 days.
If you lived there and we're doing 100 days.
I might
Jesus.
would pop in. Maybe.
It would be nice to have some place to hang out that's not a bar or Panera. Basically. Because
What you got against Panera?
I'm just
wrong with
saying, I
Panera?
get tired of hanging out at Panera.
You don't hang out at Panera.
Because I don't want to hang out at Panera. That's the kind of the
You
point.
go
I thought
there,
It was
you
kind of
don't
weird
know.
that was like your go-to. It was like, I don't want to hang out at bars and
And
Panera.
Panera.
As though there aren't like libraries, museums.
Okay,
you know,
well, I
like
do most of my
roller
hanging
rinks, parks.
Okay, Grandpa, roller rinks. What?
I mean, there are places that people go and do things. There's laser
Outside.
tag, the bouncy place, the trampoline place. Tell me you wouldn't want to hang out at the trampoline place.
I don't want to hang out at the trampoline
You have told
place.
me you want to hang out at the trampoline
No,
place.
I want to go to the trampoline
I
place
see
and do
what
the
she's saying.
trampolining. I don't want to hang out
Right. She's
at the
saying
trampoline place.
if you go to a place, you have to do that
thing.
Well,
that
why would you
thing.
go hang out at a place that didn't have alcohol if you were just going to go hang out for a long period
Because
of time?
she wants to spend time around people and not be slosh drunk.
You've never wanted to just hang around for a little bit and not?
Well,
get-
you know what I do? I go to Panera.
you do
or
go to
or he
Panera.
plays D&D.
Or I play D&D.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate
I
that.
hang out with
which two of us at this table play D&D together, and one of
Yeah.
us refuses to play with us.
Because we don't have to do everything together, damn it.
No, we don't. But you know what would be fun to do together? Play D&D. Why? Because not that many people play D&D the way that we play it.
Yeah.
And you got to find people that you fit in with
Tanya.
to play
Well,
with.
I bought a PHB and it's at my house, along with the one set of dice that you gave me. Oh, fine.
This has
Oh my
not
God.
been your
This
best
is-
episode.
This series
Getting
of episodes.
hangry.
You are.
I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm leaning back.
She's going to break my chair, y'all.
Probably.
You just called me fat. Bitch.
Well, are you saying that breaking these chairs is a fat thing? Because I broke one of these chairs, so are you calling me fat by him saying that he's calling you fat?
Why
Is
are
that
you
where
being
we're
so
at?
inconsiderate?
Is that
my god.
where it's fat?
Insensitive.
Wow.
How does anyone listen to this?
Okay. So my last bit of news is a kind of a longer one. It's the Locus Awards.
Ooh, yeah.
Are up.
Boo. I don't know why I'm booing.
Locusts are cool. I mean, they eat all the crops.
Whoa.
All right,
pretty
it's
bad,
the
actually.
Locus,
Oh my
as in like location, not locust, as in eat things.
Oh.
Tighten up, Tanya.
Wait.
She always thinking about
What?
eating. She's just thinking about eating.
Locus, like a locus, a location.
Location.
LOCUS.
No S, no T.
There's
Locust.
no T.
Oh. I'm going to sit here and pretend like I knew that those were two different things.
They are.
Yikes.
Well, actually, a locus is two different things because it is a magazine and awards deal, and also a word for location. So here, it's got a huge long list of shit. I mean, like we could
We
be
ain't
here all
going
day
there.
talking about it. No, but we're gonna. I got the list of books nominated for best fantasy and best sci-fi.
I'm in. Let's do this. I'm going to disagree with them all.
Lies Sleeping by Ben Aronovich. Don't know that
it.
one. Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett.
Yeah.
Really want to read this book.
Don't know it.
He was at a panel at DragonCon, I think, and
Really?
it's been in my TBR since I think it's been in my TBR since last DragonCon because
Yeah.
I think he was on a panel.
It's
and
got a
talked
lot
about
of
it.
really good buzz. I really want to read it.
Yeah, it's in my TBR.
The Monster Baru Cormorant, which is real good.
Is that the one
You
with
did
the
it
mask
now?
on the front?
Huh?
You've read it?
The first one.
Yeah, I know, but the second one.
I haven't read the second one.
Isn't that the second one?
No, the
The Trader
it's
Board.
Trader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
That's
Monster.
the
Yeah, I
second
read
one.
the Trader. I haven't read Monster.
Yeah, okay, I've got it too.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I
haven't
really
read
want to
it
read
yet.
Monster Brew Cormorant. I didn't. I'm an idiot.
Who wrote that?
Seth Dickinson.
Okay.
Deep Roots by Ruth Anna Imries. Don't know that one. Ahab's Return by Jeffrey Ford.
Ooh, like Moby Dick.
Do you know any other Ahabs? There's one in the Bible actually, but
Hey, we came here to drink, not learn things.
right.
Well, because
I don't
we
know
already
anything
drink
about
and
it,
know things.
but it sounds cool. I like that
I don't
title.
know. He's having a tough couple seasons. I don't know if I want to drink and know things.
So
My poor little Tyrion.
European Travel for the Monstrous Gentlewoman by Theodora Goss.
I think I
That-
kind
Hey,
of
that's
love
for
that.
you.
That title is
Kind of love
awesome.
that title.
I want
Yeah.
this book just based on the title. The Mirror Wife by Maria Devana Headley.
Mirror?
Mirror, like Mere,
Oh, I'm just a mere wife.
or maybe like a mere cat.
I love meerkats. I love cats.
We're aware. What are you doing?
I'm making the typo negative symbol with my hands. Ignore me.
I'm trying my best, but you make it difficult.
Make it real difficult.
The Wonder Engine by T. Kingfisher. Don't know that one. Spinning Silver
do
by
you know?
Naomi Novik.
Yes.
Really want to read that.
Yeah,
Hype for
I
that.
keep wanting to pick that up on Audible, but the reviews say that that there are some
You got enough shit.
perspective shifts that aren't clearly indicated through Audible narration. And
Okay.
so, like, I keep really wanting to get that on Audible, but
Maybe they're
Adult.
just bad readers.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Creatures of Want and Ruin by Molly Tanzer. Don't know that one. And so here is the list of a bunch of other books that I probably don't know most
Sweet,
of them.
cool.
Here's the sci-fi book.
What are we even doing here?
Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. I have heard of it.
I know the
but
name. I know
nothing
Becky
about
Chambers.
It. Nothing about it. The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Quall.
I know that name.
She's writing
Writing
co-host
thesis, yeah.
and is well regarded.
We've done some short stories by her.
Yep. If Tomorrow Comes by Nancy Kress. Don't know that one.
No.
Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee.
Yeah, you read
Fuck
that.
yeah, that book is real good.
Which one?
Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee. It's the third book of the Machineries of Empire book.
Is that the math?
The weird math.
Math
Well,
magicians?
I got the first book of.
Yes.
Okay.
You got Nine Fox Gambit, I think, is first book. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
real good. Blackfish City by Sam J. Miller.
Yes.
Real good.
Yes, I have
kind of sort of cyberpunky. It's
yeah,
real good.
I have that.
Embers of War by Gareth L. Powell. Don't know that one. Elysium Fire by Alastair Reynolds. Don't know that one. Red Moon by Kim Stanley Robinson. I know Kim Stanley Robinson. He's written a ton of highly regarded. Like he did, didn't he do Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars, and now Red Moon? That's intriguing. More
I
in
imagine
that
there's
series.
going to be a green moon and a blue moon.
Unholy Land by Lavi Tadar. Don't know that one. And finally, Space Opera by Catherine M. Valenti. She's highly regarded, but I don't know anything about that book.
I know her name.
Yeah. So those are the nominees.
Couldn't you have put a little effort, Bob,
Um,
and learned
Jeez,
what each of these
jeez,
were
Bob,
about?
read
I
more.
had to prep 4 episodes worth of stuff at one go. That was
Fair.
good. So I have one other little bit of news.
Okay.
If the apparently there's a world's first AI generated whiskey.
what?
So
Yeah.
what it was, the AI came up with the mash bill, it didn't obviously it didn't, no AI was pouring the whiskey into the casks and whatnot, but it came up with we're gonna put this stuff into this cask. So the robots are taking over.
Robots,
So-
robots.
Probably trash.
So here's the thing: we've done bits of news about AI writing a book.
Yes.
We've done bits of news about
Now they just need to grow a beard.
chemically making whiskeys without like actually brewing them.
Yep.
So basically, within a year, it sounds like there's going to be an AI that's going to take over our podcast. And not only will they probably do it better, they will probably
Better
also
than you.
they'll probably be, yeah, that's just low bar though. They will probably be brewing accompanying alcohols to go with it, which we don't do.
But you're also assuming that one of the three of us isn't already a robot.
Well, you are a robot. I've never made that assumption that you weren't.
I feel like you're making the assumption that my hot takes and shitting on books isn't going to be better than a robot being like, I don't like the things. Come on, bro.
Let me tell you with quantifiable things as to
no.
why
Some
this
of my
is
shit
inferior.
is nonsense.
That's fair.
It's
But
the
most of
nonsense is best sense.
That explains your opinions on a lot of things.
People like me best.
Because you say it.
So
Yes.
I'm doing like Bob. I'm right.
You're talking it into existence.
people
That's
this
like
fair.
is the
best.
wrong episode to pull the I'm right card. You have been wrong
About
literally
everything.
every step of the way.
Oh, y'all want to also know about some bullshit that I did that
hungry.
is terrible? Yeah, I am real hungry. So apparently, thinking that I can send I have 4 people on my team that I supervise at work. I was debating on whether or not to send
Oh, God.
all 4. You want to tell this?
Yes.
Okay.
So she's like, look, I've been thinking about how we need to tackle this at work. Like I've got
Productivity is what I'm
I've
looking
got
at.
4 employees, and they all go to work at the same time.
Lunch.
They all go to lunch at the same time. And I was thinking like maybe I should split them up because they'd get more work done if I had 2 people working over an hour and then 2 people working over an hour, as opposed to if I had 4 people all working on the same hour. It's like you realize it's the same amount of work. 2 people on 1 hour, 2 people on the second hour equals 4 people on 1 hour. She's like, oh.
In my head,
okay.
it seems like if we're just like split them.
She's like, but there's work constantly going on. I was like, yes, but you have half the people taking twice as long.
Yeah, so it just, there is some validity to this to say that if something were to need to be done during the time that they're not there will be 2 people working on it to get it done, opposed to them all having to wait until they both get off lunch to then get it done quick.
Her stuff is all stuff in the back. Like so it's not like they're stuff. From what I gather from her talking, it's not like stuff crops
Well,
up.
I'm just saying, let's
Yeah.
not shit on the idea so
Well,
hard.
for me, it was just the whole. She didn't grasp that 2 people, like half the people, double the time. Like that was a foreign concept to her. Like that's what
All
caught me.
day yesterday, we take a 3-mile walk, and every now and then he would just look over and be like, 2 people and 4 people.
Why don't you fight back?
Because I'm real fat, and he made me walk 3 miles, and
I
that was
did, and
miserable.
she was-
Yeah, you were
she was
no,
not-
no,
Derek,
bitch, no.
you got to pick when you have battles. Picking the terrain is half the battle, and if you
didn't-
fight her while she's wheezing, she doesn't fight back.
When does she fight back?
Hey, I bit him earlier.
She did. She bit the fuck out of me earlier.
You probably deserved it. I've seen
That's
you
a,
treat her.
that's a fair.
He
That's a fair.
Yes,
did.
but my thing is, bitch, you know him. You know the dumb shit he does, and you just sail right by.
Well,
you
I
don't
mean-
call him on that.
Hey,
I'm just so right.
I've
though.
been to therapy, and I'm learning to not try to control people and just let
No, you
them
don't-
be
no,
who
you're
they
not-
are.
You can. He's not trying to control what you're doing at work. He's just pointing out that you dumb. You can point out that he dumb.
But where, in fact, is the lie, Derek?
You're right. He dumb. Where's the lie?
All right, this is enough self-depreciating humor for me. Let's go.
Deprecation.
All right, so I want to shout out another podcast. It's a new week, shouting out a new podcast. This is the Not a Book Club.
I thought it was Don't Call It a Book Club.
Don't call it a book. God damn,
God
I'm the
damn it,
fucking
Bob.
worst.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
book
They've
club.
been here for years.
Yeah, I'm not calling to come back because Bob wouldn't get it right.
Don't
anyway.
call it a book club.
This is why I'm people's favorite.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't call it a book club. Derek, I think this podcast is
Totally up your alley.
1,000,000%
The
up
other
your
one
alley.
was pretty.
No,
pretty
this
solid.
one.
This one
I think you may
is-
enjoy the other one, but this Don't Call It a Book Club is 1,000%.
This is you.
all Derek.
They pick a book,
Mm-hmm.
a fantasy or sci-fi novel, and do 3 hour and a half long episodes on each book.
I'm in.
Deep dive, chapter by
Deep
chapter.
dive. Well, for listen, they cover like, all right, this is like the first. I started listening to the Warbreaker episode, and they're so they do like the first. They're like, all right, we're doing the first 20 chapters in this episode, and they just start talking about it. But they don't talk necessarily about the things you think they're going to talk about. They ask the real questions, the real hard-hitting questions, like, do the gods poop? Do the gods of Warbreaker poop?
Do they poop? Ooh, does Lightsong the Bold take a wicked high?
Well, they can eat whatever they want, they can drink whatever they want, but they never make references to going to the bathroom. So, like, can't they just take all this stuff in? And is the reason why they can is because it doesn't actually digest, it just vanishes because they're gods?
Ooh.
It's because their bodies are perfection, and it can make use of literally
Every
everything.
bit of
they
it? Oh.
Yeah.
Does that mean they don't have buttholes?
Yes.
I'm sure they probably have a butthole in that
But
case. They
why?
just don't use it. Well,
Why have a butthole if you don't use
it's probably
it?
the best looking butthole you've ever seen.
Oh
It's
my
probably
God.
I wonder if
a
Lightsong the
perfect
Bold
butthole.
would he like shit out like
No, he wouldn't.
Right.
A song of light?
He wouldn't because he perfectly digests everything.
But would he have farts?
Well, if you want another take on this, you need to listen to the Don't Call It a Book Club.
No, I need to
podcast.
know these things.
Well, listen
That
to
is
the first
that is
episode
the real life
of
shit
the
right there,
Warbreaker.
y'all.
So but Derek, they've done. I think they did.
They've
4
done Lies
episodes
of Locke
on.
Lamora.
They did Lies of Locke Lamora. I think they did 4 episodes on Kingkiller. They've done Elantris. I think they may have done Mistborn. First book of Mistborn, I think. Yeah, they've done a bunch of stuff.
Oh, no, I'm into it.
Yeah.
And they have a long format, which you love.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Like
do.
long
Long
format.
formats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do deep dives on these books, and kind of like they have fun with it. Like they get
Well, there's
silly.
nothing- yeah.
It's 2 guys. They get silly with it, and yeah, they're like solid dudes. Like
Well, I
talking
mean,
with
let's
them,
be
they're
fair.
good
That's why I
dudes.
keep you around, because I want to talk about the important stuff, and then I expect you to interject nonsense. Because I enjoy the nonsense, too. When I'm focused on things, I don't think about the nonsense.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, so there you go.
We
There's
keep
you,
Tanya around so she can be like,
If-
I'm the best, and then we can just yell at her.
Yeah, if
So
you're the kind of
call it a book
person that
club.
listens to our bi-monthly book club and you really enjoy that, but you just like, I'd really like it if they talked about it more, check out Don't Call It a Book Club.
Yeah.
They got a good bit of episodes out there, and they're good dudes. So
Well, I should
you check 'em
download
out.
a series of them for my trip.
You should
You should.
Yeah.
get you
Yeah.
some. Don't call it a book club for traveling. Which
Yeah. Do
you
the
know,
King Killer. Just get their take on.
Well, if they
on the
did
King-
Lies of Locke Lamora, that might be more fun.
I need to
True.
read that.
So they did an episode. It was their what to expect with this podcast episode,
Mm-hmm.
and they set their goals for the podcast.
Should we do this?
Well, here are their goals.
Uh-oh.
One guy, his goal is to get LeBron James on the podcast. He likes sports.
I'm right
and
there with you, buddy.
He's like, we're going to get big enough that LeBron James comes on. The other one,
Let's work on J.R. Smith first.
Yeah.
And then we'll...
Right. Well, that's what they said. They're probably gonna have to stepping stone, like
Yeah.
build, like get some smaller
Yeah,
NBA stars
yeah.
on there, other sports figures, and then eventually LeBron will come.
Oh, of course.
The other thing was,
if you
they're-
build it, LeBron will come. That's exactly how it
they're
works.
big fans of the eldest Brissinger, the books,
Oh, the Chris Palenti. Was it Palenti? Polenta. I love
Chris
Polenta.
Polini, the books about the dragon.
With the dragon.
and yeah, I know you're talking about.
One of the books' name is Eldest.
I don't know. It's got the dragon.
Aragon.
Aragon, yeah.
It's got the
Aragon.
dragon.
I've read
on
the
cover.
first
Yeah.
book.
All right, so they're
It's
big
by
fans
Chris
of the
P. Guy. And
Yeah,
he's
they're
got
big
Chris
fans of the
dragons.
Aragon series, and so
Lee,
apparently
I think.
there was a movie of the
Yep.
first one made that was not good.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they're
well aware.
they're going to parlay their fame into getting the series the series of movies that the fans deserve, and because LeBron is going to be on the podcast by that point, they're
my
going to cast
God.
LeBron in the movie. Apparently, there's a character named like Braun,
Yeah.
or something like that. So
Yeah.
they're going to cast LeBron as Braun.
If I'm, yeah.
And that's
Oh my
that's the
God.
goals of their podcast.
I feel like
So-
we need also to get LeBron James on here. He has a good beard.
LeBron James.
I
LeBron James.
would okay.
We have to get LeBron on here, and I just want to be like,
I'm not
skip, because fucking Skip Bayless. I just think about
I'm not.
Skip
I'm not
Bayless
going to
every
steal.
time
I'm not
I
going to
think
steal
about
their.
How-
I'm not gonna
LeBron
steal their goal.
James.
Dare you say that name on this podcast?
Skip
No, stop.
Bayless.
All right, that's our cue to end this podcast because
Skip and Shannon's. I like that show.
fuck Skip Bayless.
I haven't watched ESPN in
Derek?
years. I love it.
Are we agreed?
Yo,
on fuck Skip
speaking of
Bayless?
ESPN,
That's
Ryan Russillo is going to have a podcast with Scott Van Pelt again.
Ooh.
I'm so excited.
I do like
that was
Scott
my
Van Pelt.
favorite. Oh, so good. I'm so excited.
Okay.
They're only gonna do it like because he's so busy, just whenever they have time. But
Yeah.
I love those two
I like
together.
it.
I'm just so excited.
All right. Well, in the coming week, as
Yikes.
the cardboard box of
You've already
pack-
used the cardboard box. Find something else in the room.
How about you just
Here.
in the coming
There's a
coming
thing.
week as
There
your
you
tiny
go.
brown purse.
no? How about the audience? Use the
Yeah,
audience.
use
We
our
do
live
have an
audience. This was recorded in front of a live studio
Yeah.
audience.
Actually, the past 2 episodes were also been on the live.
Just like
Yeah.
clap, clap, clap. Yeah.
In the coming week, as the cargo shorts of your week comes, I hope that you reach into one of those convenient
And
cargo
find
pockets and find
a
a
$20, yeah.
Find a $20
oh,
bill
tots.
or a pack of
Something that you
camels.
did not remember you bought.
Oh, yeah,
Tots. Tots. Napoleon. Tots in your pocket. You can eat those tots? He put
May the,
tots
bless,
in
may
his
the
pocket.
blessing of the beard be
I'm so
upon you.
hungry. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.